Wrestling fans, welcome to the Southern States Wrestling Power Half Hour. Joe Wheeler here along with Michael Sutherland. We're going to be bringing you lots of action today. Of course, we're going to be taking a look back at Christmas night Star Wars once again. And, Michael, everything is leading to February the 15th.
Joe, we've got some great interviews lined up here today that was taped courtesy of Christmas night Star Wars as well, plus some current interviews, like you say, leading up to the 15th, 22nd anniversary spectacular from Southern States Wrestling. Fans, it's a great time to be a wrestling fan in East Tennessee and in the Mountain Empire, and we're going to bring you exactly why right here on the Power Half Hour today.
Let's get down and get the action underway. Got him rocking and rolling already as he's made the tag. Coming in, Chris Miles from Canton, Ohio, as Miles now, with a beautiful Bolo-style forearm, European-style forearm uppercut right there. Of course, Dory Funk Jr. made that move famous as a nice drop toe hold there. DeAndre coming across, big elbow drop right to the back area. In for a cover, this could do it. No, only got a quick one count out of that. Man, talk about great continuity here. Miles and DeAndre tagging up for the first time here, again, to the best of my knowledge, and working well as a tag team. Of course, DeAndre, our current and reigning Tennessee champion, and that much-heralded, prestigious title sitting, of course, right here on the announce table, as DeAndre has done a tremendous job defending that title, of course, ever since he captured it from Scott Sterling. Miles now on that top rope. It comes across with a big double stomp right to the arm. And Miles, a big guy here, caught him, nice drop kick, very agile on his feet. As Chris Miles now in for a cover and got a quick one count on that. They're back into the corner now, back and forth. The tag's been made once again. DeAndre Jackson with a hard shot right there. And the Rockstars aren't doing too good at this point in time, Michael Sutherland. They're a little out-tagged and a little out-teamed right now, it seems.
Well, as I mentioned, they've not teamed together for several months as they were coming out of opposite sides of the locker room for quite a long time.
Chris Miles at this point in time, for Chris Graves to be able to hold him down. He's got him cinched in there with a big front face lock, almost a sleeper hold the way he's got it hooked across the face and below the chin there. Could easily slip into a chokehold. But Miles fighting back, and Graves fires right back with a big forearm smash right across the back. As Chris Graves now, he doesn't need, he got a little cocky right there, kind of slapped Miles in the back of the head. And Miles again with that hard forearm shiver right there. Do-si-do, round they go. Chris Miles into the corner. Graves follows the in, caught an elbow right to the side of the face. And Miles leapfrogs up and over his man and makes the tag. DeAndre Jackson come back in. Big house is fire. Two big clotheslines right there, taking Jay Shaft out as well. Follows it up with an elbow smash as well. DeAndre cleaning house in there, Mike Sutherland. What a great tag team match we got going here.
Well, of course it is, and DeAndre Jackson, the Tennessee champion, he's been defending that title all across the Volunteer State. Now, he is a native of South Carolina, but he is certainly glad to be holding the Volunteer State championship with the Tennessee title, that's for sure. And he's a little bit worse for wear as he came into that corner right there and cracked that shoulder right on that ring post. Now, Jay Shaft, don't let his thin body structure fool you now. He's very quick and agile in the ring, and he can cause a lot of damage on you, that's for sure. And you see he's pulling up. DeAndre Jackson got that arm twisted up there and putting a lot of hurt on that elbow and possibly the shoulder. Referee sliding in there. He's got a cover there. Don't think he intended to cover him, but might have caught DeAndre sleeping there a little bit. And it just takes 3 seconds, Joe Wheeler, to have your shoulders pinned to the mat, 1, 2, 3, and you're going to wonder what happened in just a little while.
No doubt about that. Jay Shaft here being very, very aggressive here as he's driving that knee into the shoulder of DeAndre Jackson and bowing that arm back, now pulling, raking at the eyes as well. Jay Shaft here getting hyper-aggressive at this point in time in the contest. We're at the 5-minute mark in the matchup. 5 minutes have expired. 5 minutes are gone. Chris Graves now staying focused on DeAndre Jackson as he's got him in a kind of a modified surfboard here. He's got those arms tied up, pulling them back, and now driving that shin bone right across the back of the head of DeAndre Jackson. Man, the Rockstars are getting vicious in there tonight. Big kick right there. They know a lot's on the line. This is Christmas night Star Wars, Southern States Wrestling. They know that all the big matchmakers, promoters, and bookers throughout the entire region are taking a look right now what's going on in the ring, and that's probably why you're getting these hyper-aggressive rock stars as we're seeing tonight as Chris Graves moves back in on DeAndre Jackson. I tell you what, we've got a fight in there tonight, Mike.
We've got to believe that they want to catapult themselves back up in the tag team rankings. We've got Southern State's tag team champions in the Big Business Army with Frank the Tank Parker and Scott Sterling, and I guarantee that the rock stars are not afraid of them, and they would like to be in the ring and challenging for those tag team championships before long. And if they pick up a victory tonight over Chris Miles and DeAndre Jackson, hey, very well could do it on the next event Southern States Wrestling promotes. And, well, now we've got a blatant chokehold here, but the referee saw it. He knew exactly what he was doing. DeAndre is in a world of hurt here, and he's going to have to get to his corner, make a quick tag to Chris Miles if he can. We've got a tag over here in the corner of the Rock Stars, and Jay Shaft going up to the top. He is known to fly just a little bit, and elbow come right at, caught him right in the spine, Joe Wheeler, and that could really cause a lot of damage to him.
Yeah, that was a very, very dangerous maneuver right there. As you said, Mike caught him right in the spine, and you know, all it takes is one shot in the wrong way to the vertebrae like that, and you can do some serious permanent damage as all of those nerves running through your spinal column. Now you look at the way he's holding it. He is protecting that arm, and so that's a clear indication that he must be in a tremendous amount of trouble with that arm.
He's got to get to that corner over there. He's going to try to focus on Jay Shaft. That's a bad mistake in my opinion. He don't even have a left arm to use, Joe Wheeler. He's got to get out of this ring. He's going to try to Irish whipped him with one arm and picks him up in a, good Lord, a Samoan drop. I have no idea where that came from. And Jay Shaft, he just had all the wind knocked out of his sails right there. And DeAndre trying to get back up now. Look at him holding that arm. I guarantee some damage has been done. He may have had some muscles torn off the bone. I don't know, but he's got to get out of there. He's got to make the tag. And he's inching himself over there ever so slowly. Jay Shaft trying to get over to the Rockstars corner. And we've got a tag here on both sides. And we've got two fresh men in, and Chris Miles comes in. Wow. House of Fire.
Chris Miles taking care of business. Beautiful drop kick right there. Standing drop kick thrown by Chris Miles. Shows his athleticism and agility right there. Oh! Beautiful Sabat-style kick right there to the side of the head of Chris Graves. This could do it. No, Jay Shaft, just that quick, was able to make that save. But, man, talk about the athleticism and agility. Chris Miles, and Shaft right there. That was like a shotgun blast right there out of nowhere. Caught Miles right in the side of the head as the Rock Stars have been able to turn this thing back around just that fast. They turned the momentum around. Chris Graves drove him in. Jay Shaft's coming off that top rope. Big leg drop. This could do it right here. Mike Sutherland, the Rock Stars have probably won this.
Yeah, wow. Leg drop off the chop. Put him down 1, 2, 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are your winners. Jay Shaft, Chris Graves, the Rock Stars from outer space.
I was extremely concerned at the beginning of the match at how fluid the Rock Stars was going to be, but they certainly proved me wrong as they pick up a victory here. Hey, the match is over, guys. It's time to call it quits. Let's ring that bell over there and try. They're raking at the eyes of DeAndre Jackson. Chris Miles thrown out here on the outside, and they're still doing some damage to that arm, Joe Wheeler. Still working it over. We got to get some help out here for him. He's going to be permanently injured.
This is completely uncalled for right here. Rock Stars, this is the kind of thing that you will not get contracts signed for doing, as matchmakers Big Al Bass and Mac McMurray are looking on right now, don't you know it? And this is the type of thing right here that can lead to suspension.
Are you looking to keep up with Southern States Wrestling? Are you curious on what's going on in the wrestling careers of Bo and Misty James? Are you looking for DVDs of Southern States Wrestling events? How about the 2 published books by the King of Kingsport himself? Find it all at kingofkingsport.com. That's kingofkingsport.com. Your one stop for all the news, rumors, and updates on Southern States Wrestling and the dynamic James duo. KingofKingsport.com.
With the economy changing almost daily and not always for the best, let Hassie'sKitchenTable.com keep your food budget under control. Leave the work up to us as we find inexpensive recipes, cooking, and shopping tips. You will soon have all the tips, ideas, recipes you need to feed your family well on a budget and have fun while doing it.
The stars of Southern States Wrestling's Power Half Hour are coming to a town near you. Saturday night, April 13th, Atkins, Virginia. Volunteer Fire Department. Stan Lee, Scott Sterling, Bo and Misty James, and a whole lot more. Sunday, March 24th, 3 p.m., Cherokee, North Carolina at the Convention Center. Bo and Misty James, KC Thunder, Ricky Morton, the Big Business Army, the Barbarian, and a lot more. Saturday night, March the 16th, Elizabethton, Tennessee, VFW on Elk Avenue. Misty James, Jake Booth, the Big Business Army, Eric Darkstorm, and a whole lot more. Friday night, March the 15th, 22nd Anniversary Spectacular. All the stars of Southern States Wrestling. Many former stars returning. A huge rumble. A night that you do not want to miss. A night 22 years in the making. Friday night, March the 15th, Mount Carmel, Tennessee, Armed Forces Center Armory. Saturday night, March the 9th, Hayside, Virginia, at the elementary school. It's an all-star card. Saturday night, March the 2nd, Theodore, Alabama, Theodore High School. Kyle Matthews, Bo and Misty James, Robert Gibson of the Rock and Roll Express. All in action. Cowboy Bob Kelly presents the first annual Lee Fields Memorial Hall of Fame and Parade of Legends. Featuring Don Fargo, Ronnie Garvin, Ron and Robert Fuller, Les Thatcher, The Interns, Susan Green, Joyce Grable, Ken Lucas, The Destroyer, The Mighty Yankee, The Wrestling Pro, WWE's Paul Bearer, and many, many more. Saturday night, March 2nd, the high school in Theodore, Alabama. Catch all the action when the stars of Southern States Wrestling's Power Half Hour comes to a town near you. Be there.
With the rock stars from outer space, he's got an arm here that's just hanging by a thread. He can't even use it. And we've got an impromptu Tennessee championship match here. Nick Hammonds, I didn't even know he had re-signed with Southern States Wrestling. He says, hey, the stipulations of my contract says I get a title shot, any title I want, anytime I want. And he's picked Christmas Night Star Wars. And DeAndre Jackson, well, took it to him, and Nick Hammonds already out on the outside. Not what I expected.
Well, I'll tell you what, I had just been informed in the past 48 hours that Nick Hammonds had re-signed with Southern States Wrestling, and he got him right there. He dropped that arm across that rope right there. Hammonds now moving right in on the already injured arm. Oh, good Lord. If that arm wasn't fractured before, it's sure got to be now. And Hammonds with a blatant submission hold here. DeAndre's got to tap out here. He's going to risk permanent injury.
Pulling back on that arm and shoulder. He's going to hyperextend the elbow, work on the shoulder there. DeAndre, you can see he's fighting with the only one wing that he's got left, and he's not got a lot behind that. Nick Hammonds, he said, hey, I'm a businessman. I can respect that, Joe Wheeler. You and I both are as well. But good Lord, have some human compassion every once in a while. He could have signed a championship match for the next Southern States Wrestling event when DeAndre Jackson had time to heal. But I guess taking advantage of a golden possibility, golden opportunity with the Tennessee title on the line here.
Absolutely right, Michael Sutherland. And, unfortunately the contract is what it is. that he got a shot anytime, anywhere.
I'd like to see this contract, Joe Wheeler.
Well, it does exist, unfortunately. I have seen it. Mac McMurray confirmed it to me when Nick came out here. I looked over at Mac, and Mac nodded his head, and unfortunately, it is what it is. And Hammonds is taking full advantage of this situation. You know, he's got DeAndre in a bad, bad way at this point in time. The title is on the line. You know, you got to wonder about the timing. And, you know, Hammonds, he picked his spot, that's for sure. No doubt about that. As DeAndre's firing back with everything he's got. A series of hard forearms there. He's got Hammonds rocked into the ropes. A reversal into the corner here. DeAndre caught him right there. He caught him with that boot. And DeAndre caught him with a drop kick as well. He may only be at 50 to 40%, but he's still got some fight left in him. DeAndre rolls over, got a cover, and only got 2 on that as Hammonds was able to kick out. DeAndre is fighting with everything he's got. You got to believe that. He knows his title is on the line, and he's already taken a tremendous beating.
Well, as I mentioned during the tag team contest that we saw, you know, DeAndre Jackson, he has been defending the Tennessee Championship all across the Volunteer State against some formidable competitors, and he has been coming out on top, Joe Wheeler, or he still wouldn't have this championship around his waist. Now, we have not seen Nick Hammonds in the area for quite some time, and but obviously he's not lost a step. Look, he tried to Irish whip him. He wasn't even able to get the full force on that. Got the leg caught now and kicked him right on the back of the thigh there. And as you see, Nick Hammonds, he goes right back to work on that arm. And, of course, that's what's going to bring him to the dance. And I guess you take that arm completely out of commission. You may have brought him straight down in a cutter-type maneuver. Referee slides in, 1, 2, and 3. Nothing else left. Nothing left for DeAndre Jackson.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's your winner and new Tennessee champion, Nick Hammonds.
Like it or not, fans, right here at Christmas night Star Wars, we have just crowned a brand new Tennessee champion in Nick Hammonds. And I don't like how it was done. It doesn't matter how it was done. It's going to go down in the record books as we've got a new Tennessee champion right here in SSW in Nick Hammonds.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the contest and new Tennessee champion, Nick Hammonds. Wrestling fans, Joe Wheeler here along with our brand new Tennessee champion, Nick Hammonds. And Nick, granted you won the belt, but it was under a bit of questionable means. I mean, you cashed in that title match when DeAndre was absolutely at a horribly weak point.
Is he a wrestler?
Oh, of course.
So anytime he signs a contract, he's bound to defend the championship wrestle, period. Like, correct, right?
True, but your timing.
So is it that it was questionable, or is it that I took advantage of Southern States Wrestling interest in Nick Hammonds and got an opportunity and created an opportunity for myself and was smart enough to make an impact? Ask yourself that question. See, the thing is with Nick Hammonds is it's all about an impact. Every time you're in there, I'm not here to mess around. I'm here to be the best. That means championships. Championships bring power. Championships bring money. And above all, championships bring notoriety. And that's the things I am all about. So really, did I take advantage of a situation? Sure I did. That's what I do.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, from your brand new Tennessee champion, Nick Hammonds. I can guarantee you DeAndre is looking for him. On Jake. Oh, he's catching him with a series of closed fists right there. McCone now, what looks like a reverse chin lock possibly, but he is just beating on Jake. Oh, Jake's firing back. Jake's firing back. A series of punches here as the crowd went wild when Jake started firing back on McCone.
Well, Jake Booth, he is really going after it, but what he needs to do is get over to his corner. He fell down in a neutral corner. James McCone, he got out of there very, very quickly. Frank Parker now, he needs to make a tag, and Jimmy Valiant being tagged in the Boogie Woogie Man. Wow, here we go. Scott Sterling being hit, and James McCone just takes a big punch. We've got them all in here. Bo James comes in, grabs hold of Frank Parker. He is the outside here. Man, we've got Jake Booth. He dropped the straps, and he's going after James McCone. Referee is not paying attention. And Joe Wheeler, I don't know what to call Jimmy Vay and Scott Sterling over here. And Jimmy Vay just got posted over there. He has got his head rammed into the ring post. Scott Sterling in now. Catches Jake Booth in we had a modified neck breaker there on Jake Booth. Oh, wait a minute. James McCone just flopped over.
No, not like that. James McCone just got the pinfall over Jake Booth.
You've got to be kidding me. Jake Booth cannot catch a break whatsoever. Let's get the official word.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are your winners, the Big Business Army.
Michael Sutherland standing here with James McCone. And James, I told you last week that Jake Booth, he's looking for some partners. I don't think he's found any yet.
What's he going to do? He's going to come take the tag team titles? Who's going to team with Jake Booth? Anybody out there in Kingsport, Mount Carmel, Churchill, Johnson City, anybody? Anybody want to come team with Jake Booth? Nobody wants to. His family won't even team with him. MIsty James won't even team with him.
They're involved in other business right now.
Yeah, they're busy.
You know that.
They're busy. They're busy dodging me, and I can't blame them. I got one heck of a win-loss record running right here. Jake Booth, you do whatever you want. You come and try to get the tag titles. Look to me like nobody leaving team with you. And the way you're getting beat up by me, boy, I don't blame them. Nobody wants to be part of you because you're getting the stuffings kicked out of you by big business. I own you, Jake Booth. And anybody dumb enough to team with you deserves what they get.
Well, you may tell a different tale on the 15th, the
funny
22nd.
Looking when you're mad.
Folks, let's get out of here. We'll be back after this.
The tradition, the legends, the stars of years gone by. Relive the memories. Learn the history. Southern States Wrestling. Classic television. On demand. Watch full-length episodes of Southern States Wrestling from the vault. blip.tv/classic-SSW-TV. Over 20 years of footage. Southern States Wrestling. Classic televisions on demand. Imperial Healthcare welcomes you to our new location. 645 East Main Street, Kingsport, Tennessee. New patients welcome now. Call 423-734-2318 or 782-0893 to make an appointment with our friendly and qualified staff. Imperial Healthcare of Kingsport, Tennessee. Simple and sincere. Dr. V.J. Singh, M.D. Tell them you heard about them on Southern States Wrestling. Saturday night, March the 16th, Elizabethton, Tennessee, VFW on Elk Avenue. MIsty James, Jake Booth, the Big Business Army, Eric Darkstorm, and a whole lot more. Friday night, March the 15th, 22nd Anniversary Spectacular. All the stars of Southern States Wrestling. Many former stars returning. A huge rumble. A night that you do not want to miss. A night 22 years in the making. Friday night, March the 15th, Mount Carmel, Tennessee, Armed Forces Center Armory.
What are you doing? She was winning here. Why you break it up for?
Grief! I don't know what she was doing. She must have really had a
I tell you what she was doing.
On her.
She was winning, and he didn't like it.
She's doing more of that now.
Where's that hot dog woman at? She's moving up and down to his last hour. Now when I'm hungry, she ain't nowhere to be seen.
You and me both there.
Look at this from behind. How dirty is that? How dirty is that?
That's what most you do in this business. It wasn't dirty. Misty James still having a heck of a time.
Oh, I like this. We're being treated well.
Thank you, thank you.
They brought me a lukewarm bottle of water.
I'm liking it here.
Just swallow your spit.
It does taste like
Sean, I saw you wiping your brow with it. That shirt I gave you is Amelia's Law shirt there. You're supposed to wear that thing.
I am.
All right, anyway.
I got to find something that matches with it. I just can't have pink clash with
You
something.
see all these pink shirts around here. That's what all the workers got there. And those things, if I can get a link to it, I'll put it on my website at agendavideo.net.
I offered to give it to Miss Lisa. I told her I'd help her put it on and make sure it was adjusted.
Thrown across there. Uh-oh, Mr. James. Oh, big splash missed. Look at this Bulldog.
Oh!
Whack!
Ouch.
And that was it. There, that was all. What is that? That was a winner there, is what that was.
That was dirty. She should be ashamed of herself. That wasn't very ladylike.
Well, whether it was or not, it was a positive thing and a winner for Misty James there.
This is ridiculous.
Followed Adam.
Look at it. You should be ashamed of yourself. You dirty ref, sitting there letting her cheat like that.
No cheating was going on.
Look at this. Man, don't touch her. You don't know where she's being. She's dirty. She's cheating.
Anyway.
Poor Violet over here. Look at her. She was robbed. She was robbed. Look at her.
She would have done whatever she could have to win.
Somebody slipped her Mickey over here.
No Mickey, she just got Bulldog.
Well, then it was a goofy.
Yeah, and there she goes, folks. Well, there you have it there. That's the ladies' match here. It's Dave Jones, Sean Arbin, and Mac McMurray will be back in just a minute.
Fastest 30 minutes on television today, Michael Sutherland, Southern States Wrestling.
I told you, folks, you want to make sure you take a deep seat when the Southern States Wrestling Power Half Hour hits the air. What action we saw today from Christmas night. Again, if you missed it, shame on you, but you've got a great opportunity to see the stars of SSW in action in Mount Carmel on Friday night, February the 15th, Joe. We've been hearing about it for the last couple of weeks. It's the 22nd Anniversary Spectacular presented by Southern States Wrestling, and wow, I'm going to be there. I know you will, and I hope each and every one of you out there will be at the building that night as well.
No doubt about that, fans. And from what I understand, Jake Booth is looking for a partner to go back after the Big Business Army. There's going to be more to come on that next week. Be sure to join us next week for more Southern States Wrestling.